all good.
That's
Some
good.
of my favorite fans were the ones who came to the set. Remember those older ladies who came to the set
Oh,
who were a couple
forever.
for like 30 years, but they hadn't come out until they saw the L Word, and the L Word gave them the courage to come out to their family and work. And God, that made you want to bawl your eyes out at, at work. But then also made you feel like, what you do matters and can affect somebody so positively in their life. And it was really exciting. And I think, by and large, the fans that I've experienced have that kind of story to tell. It's not people who are trying to encroach on any boundary. They're just trying to show their gratitude.
That's fantastic. 30 years. They were together 30 years.
Right? Were they? Do you remember that story?
Yeah, I remember them well.
But we were there. A premiere.
Yeah, we were.
There was a premiere here.
There was a premiere?
There was a premiere here.
Right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there was an event here.
There was a place on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a big premiere on Santa Monica Boulevard. I remember that one because I came to the Falcon afterwards.
Radiator
I
or
remember
something
that.
like
I feel like the Falcon was more of the after party sort of thing. Do we have, unless we did have a premiere?
I don't know that we did.
No, we did, because Pam was here. I have the pictures to prove it.
Oh, that was an event. That was an event.
Maybe
It wasn't a premiere.
Told them to turn the TV channel to Showtime. Everybody, I think we should watch this. It's a great show.
We should just shoot for something here.
There's a big boxing match on that. No, it's the L Word premiere. You just put that on, that'd be great.
They just did that for you to make you believe that it was an L Word premiere. But no, your memory is not. No, it's not a completely false memory or a delusion. It was we did a shoot here for Showtime, and I can't remember exactly what it was
real. And for us,
Wait, time out. It was the party where Paris Hilton went to the thing.
So that was
but she came to the party at the club in Santa Monica, and then she came here afterwards.
Where we walked in, it was a big deal.
No, I was there.
I remember you were there.
It was after. It was at the after party of
But
the
Paris Hilton came to the official party, which was at that club in Santa Monica, and then she came here and sort of followed us all here.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you sure?
Yep, positive.
Okay, I believe it.
She's ubiquitous. Yeah.
But I think the fact that you guys were so close as friends, that when
the chemistry was on.
The chemistry was so great that when you did have to play the whole arc of the cancer, and when Dana does pass away, when that moment that you're in the hallway at the hospital is just really.
Well, it was devastating because my friend was leaving.
Yeah. Good
We
beginning.
had to hit the ground running.
Yeah, I mean, you two really.
We had to produce
first
a 7-year
scene,
relationship
right? Like,
off
yeah.
that.
Yeah. But we didn't have any love scenes right away. We didn't. And in fact, it wasn't until the scene in the museum or the gallery where Betty's giving a lecture, and then they go around the corner.
And then there was the guy.
And it was just a sweet kiss, but it was that moment where Showtime kind of went, oh.
Yes, I got the call after that scene because it was the first. We were shooting the pilot, and it was the first moment of intimacy in the show. And the Showtime guys watched it, and it was incredibly sweet and very charged between the two of you. But it was just like it was barely a kiss. And I got the call. Is that it? Because we really liked that, and we want more.
Wow, I guess that's a good call to get. You don't want to get the opposite call.
It was a good call. And then when we did the love scene, was much later on.
Yeah,
it was
later.
towards the end. And
do you remember going into the truck and watching it?
Yeah, well, because at first we did it, and the note came back that they wanted more, that there wasn't enough.
We shot a very sort of pared down version of it the first time, and again, we got the note.
And so often when you get those notes, it's really a salacious note. Like it's really you go ew.
Like
But when you watch the scene, you go, they're completely right, because given the arc of what these people have gone through and how much they love each other and what this scene means, you can't have it last like 10 seconds. That doesn't make any sense.
And it so set the tone for the show. I mean, Jennifer and Laurel were both amazing because they really created that scene. They heard what the network had asked for. They looked at the scene, agreed that it needed something more. And I remember sitting in that trailer and watching the scene with you. And the
Like what
two
it
of
should
you
be.
together came up with like what is the moment? What is this love scene going to be about between us, and how are we going to do it?
And then we went and looked up our favorite love
We
scenes.
did. We looked at our favorite
and then
love scenes.
shared them with Rose and with Bob, the DP, and so that we can all
We said
talk
let's-
in a with the same vocabulary. Because when you talk about sex, like when you talk about anything that is so subjective, you maybe don't know what the person's really talking about or what that looks like. But if you can go, okay, see this scene and how this scene worked out in this movie, okay, I think this is interesting, and these are the reasons why I think it's interesting or sexy or whatever.
What were the
Rose was really
scenes? Do
cute
you
'cause
remember
she'd
the
always get
scenes?
like a little bit embarrassed.
Oh,
Do you
Rose
remember
would,
that? Yeah.
Rose would get embarrassed.
Yeah.
And
And make the most
the
beautiful
climax,
scenes.
and the climax, I remember, it's like, well, how do we know when we're supposed to come
I know.
together? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like,
But to go
we
back-
know that we want to come together, but like, how do we
what
know?
do we
Like,
know?
what's the
That was
timing
the
of
thing.
that?
One of you had the idea.
We did a
We
countdown.
should come.
Well,
This scene should be.
that
we both
was-
have an orgasm at the
Because
same
the
time.
film that I really loved, and I
This is
obviously can't
hilarious.
remember the title of it, but it's Billy Crudup and Cheapers,
I
Jennifer
remember
Connelly.
too, yeah.
Of course, you had to pick a
Waking
film
the
with
Dead?
my ex-boyfriend
Yes,
in it.
I know. Well, I thought it would be easier for you to put a projection onto it.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a really beautiful moment, and you don't see any
It's a
nudity
great
or
scene.
anything. I can't remember the name.
Waking the Dead.
Waking
Waking the Dead, thank you.
Yeah.
And
good movie.
but how do you know when to come together? So Rose started doing the countdown on off screen.
Oh, I do the countdown all the time.
Yeah, the countdown
Really?
Out loud. 10.
Okay, we're gonna go with 10.
Rose would literally start blushing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was really. Yeah. She starts blushing and almost like a
She
little girl.
embarrassed so easily.
She
It was the
does.
cutest
It's
thing.
so cute.
I never thought of Shane as an asshole. I don't know. I've never
No.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah.
She was a player.
I don't think she was an asshole either. I thought she was just,
No.
She's too lovable.
I think she kind of went by the beat of her own drum, and most people can't relate or understand or accept that.
I thought that she was always strikingly honest.
And very honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't
I
ever.
think she
You
was
were
one of
aware
the
of
most
what you were
soulful
doing, so-
characters.
Absolutely. She never once lied and said she could do something she couldn't. And if she did ever, there was seemed to be a very, very strong repercussion. I actually thought she was lovely. Like, she felt realistic to me.
Yeah.
Her emotions felt realistic to me.
I wonder which was it like any improv, or was it like, it just felt like some of the stuff felt.
Never.
It was all on the page.
Was it? It just felt, I guess, well, you guys are all such good actors. Like, it just felt like this could have been a conversation you just whipped up,
There was a lot of great improv.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes we went overboard.
And sometimes it went out of control.
Yeah.
Eric could probably talk about improving with Mia. You
But
can
I
too.
mean, but basically, like,
As you.
But you know what? It keeps you awake.
Absolutely.
Like, it
Yeah.
keeps you very
Yeah.
awake and very honest.
But I would venture that, it was fabulous and incredible things happened. And probably there was a moment when every single person who had major work to do with Mia came to me crying.
Never came crying. But,
Not quite.
no.
Wait, majority of people.
Never cry.
Majority. I feel like with Mia, I feel like with Mia, you have to be on your game, and anyone who couldn't keep up is going to be upset and feel threatened and be nervous. But
It's immensely challenging and immensely rewarding.
it's like a
Yeah.
great acting.
It's kind of like a
lesson.
Rubik's Cube
Yeah,
when
I
you're
do too.
doing your singles with her.
Though, say again?
Together, the Rubik's Cube.
Oh, I thought it was.
So you know
Working with her was
exactly.
a wonderful
It was-
acting
I
lesson.
liked
Yeah,
It was
I
an
feel
intense.
like I learned a
keeping
lot
you
from it.
on.
Absolutely.
Like, it's definitely one of the things working with me is something that I've taken away and onto other sets to try to have that
I agree.
sense of being alive and being present.
She
you
keeps
know.
it fresh. I feel
Yeah.
like every time, you work with her, every take something little would happen, or big, but sometimes very, very subtle. But it would at least keep it fresh and keep
Yeah.
it alive. And,
I think I had the most stuff with her in season 5, and we had a lot of comedy and then a lot of crazy drama.
Yeah.
It was the most fun.
That's great.
It was
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
I loved that Jennifer and Mia wound up working so intensely together in the last season, because to me you were always two opposite sides of the coin and of an idea I had about character. So very different in the way that you both worked, and so different in character, and yet it was really
It was
combustible.
fun. It was really, really fun.
You've got. I like to vacuum.
You like to vacuum.
I do too. I love to vacuum. It's
I
very
like
calming.
that too.
Yeah.
What is that?
And it's
Don't know.
instant gratification.
Yep. The feeling of that stuff getting sucked up is great.
Yeah, it's good.